Hey, what up, stars? It's me, Shorter Star. Here we are. Listen, guys, I promised you guys that you would see more of me. I want to continue to grow this channel, and this is what I'm doing. I love you guys. Right now, I'm drinking some zero sugar lemonade. Nothing fantastic, nothing too crazy. What I will tell you is here in New York and New Jersey area, we started off in the 40s today, and then in the afternoons it drops down to the 30s. And they said when the sun goes down, which this time of the year the sun goes down about 4:30, quarter to five, it's supposed to go down to the teens tonight. So those of you that's going to be out, dress warm for real. Listen, I'm not going to keep you guys long, but look, I came across some stories, and we don't have a lot of stories about Michael Jackson, right? So I got two stories about Michael Jackson today. So let's get into it, and I'm going to let you guys get going. You know what I mean? Okay. Well, I don't know how many of you guys of a certain age is familiar with Jackie Harry. Well, Jackie Harry, right? She was the sex siren of the, I would say, 80s. Um, she was, well, first off, she played Mary on 227, and 227 was the comedy show with Marla Gibbs and quite a few other people. But listen, Regina King was also in the show. I'm sorry, I cannot forget about Regina King. Well, this is Jackie Harriet for those who remember or don't remember who she is. And she was the woman that a woman would not go to the bathroom and leave her husband in a room with them. They would, girl, she was Halle Berry before Halle Berry. Like she was that girl. And Jackie Harry reveals that Michael Jackson's skin condition down there as she goes public about their secret affair. And I'm a little interested in it. So let me get over to the story, right? And let's talk about it a little bit. Um the conversation came up about vitiligo, right? And let's talk about this. Jackie Harry reveals Michael Jackson's skin condition down there as she goes public about this secret life. Jackie Harry has recently gone public about her personal stories about Michael Jackson, including their romantic relationship. Harry reveals that their relationship was not just a friendship, it also was physical. And she mentions that the vitiligo, a skin condition that causes loss of pigmentation, affected more than just his visible appearance. So you know what she's trying to say. It was everywhere. Vitiligo is a condition that Jackson had publicly acknowledged, but many didn't understand or believe. Um, Harry's candidness about Jackson's private life has sparked discussion and debates. Um, I don't know. Do I believe it? Yes. I personally think that Michael Jackson was a G in his day, point blank. I think Michael Jackson um, did what he wanted to do back in those days. I mean, who didn't want to be affiliated or seen with Michael Jackson? So to see him, to hear that he's been with some of the beautifulest women in the world at that time, I'm not surprised at all. Everybody wanted a piece of Michael, and that was man, woman, or child. Okay. So whatever. Am I surprised? No. I think he was a G, and I think that the Michael Jackson that we thought he was, the soft-spoken, timid person, he was none of that. I think that's the image that we saw. But if you even go back to how he was able to get the Beatles music, was gangster. He was a shrewd businessman, period. So to find out that certain people and women are coming out saying that they had not at all. I'm not surprised at all. I think that he had a very different life than anybody in this world could actually understand. Very few people would understand the world that he grew in, being such a superstar at a kid. So working as an adult, but as a kid. So he didn't have a child life. So, I mean, how weird was it to most people that he built a complete amusement park in his backyard? I'm not surprised. You know, listen, I understood to a point. I mean, no one would really understand, but I understood some of the what people would quote unquote say weird. I didn't find it weird. I find it different. And everyone has different upbringings and different things. But Nevertheless, do I believe the story? Yes, I believe the story. And guess what? For those of you who don't, who's here to say it is not true? Who? Really? Um, yeah. So moving on to another Michael Jackson story. This Michael Jackson story is about Michael Jackson's son Blanket. You remember Blanket? Well, Blanket, um, you've never really seen that many pictures of him. Remember, it was Paris and Blanket and the other one. I'm sorry, his name escapes me because I think he was MJ, if I'm not mistaken. So it was MJ, Paris, and Blanket, right? And you see Paris, beautiful. Her eyes are incredible. And you see the other son, NJ, but Blanket has always kind of stayed a mystery. And I'm sure that was for reasons. Well, this is Blanket as of today, right? This is what Blanket looks like in the face. And I just want to show you what he looks like. Now, allegedly, Blanket, a few days ago, Blanket was having an outdoor lunch with his girlfriend at a cafe in Calabasas, a few miles they state from his home in Calabasas. And it's good to see that, like I said, I've seen Paris and I've seen MJ, and it's good to see that the kids are well adjusted considering being Michael Jackson kids. Even today, being Michael Jackson's kid is a huge thing. Well, I just wanted to show you some pictures of Blanket. This is Blanket actually on his lunch date with his alleged girlfriend. They state that this is his girlfriend. And Here we go. This is him and his girlfriend having lunch at an outdoor cafe. Come on, open up. And what you think? Tell me what you think. I mean, looks like a regular young people having lunch. You would never know that that was Blanket, the little boy with the long hair, dragging the stuffed animals and the blanket around. Listen, I know that Paris has had some issues. I don't know much about MJ or blankets, but it's good to see that they at some point have become well adjusted. And like I said, they deserve a regular life. They deserve, they didn't ask for any of this. Let's be perfectly clear about it. We've never. So, like I said, I just wanted to show you some pictures of Blanket. I have one more picture of Blanket and his girlfriend outside standing up, so you can actually see how tall he really is. Blanket is really tall. Let me see if I can find this picture now, because at this point, um, I had so many. Here we go. This is Blanket and his girlfriend outside the restaurant, and he looks pretty tall. And look, we're not going to go about the thing of were these really his kids and whatever. It is what it is. And at this point, I don't even care. It's so much time. Look, let it go, people. And I say all that to say because Blanket looks really tall. He looks tall and slim, and Michael was tall and slim. But then it'd be a bunch of you telling me that's not his son, whatever it is. However, I'm not here to debate or fight with you girls about nothing. Okay? We're going to move on. Okay, our next story. How many of you guys remember Jocelyn Hernandez? Jocelyn Hernandez from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Remember, she was with Stevie J. Remember, she was the one, Stevie, you're not going to send me back to the strip club, Stevie. I ain't going. It was that, and she was always fighting and involved and into something. Well, I'm going to bring up a picture of Jocelyn. I like to show you who we're speaking of. And Jocelyn is celebrating 3 years clean. Jocelyn Hernandez reflects on 3 years of sobriety. Um, yeah, that's a blessing. I mean, really, what are we gonna say? Okay, Jocelyn Hernandez celebrates her 3 years off of the white stuff. Is what that's my word. I'm not going to use what they said. Off of the white stuff, right? Sharing her journey and the positive changes in her life. She expressed gratitude for her sobriety and provided a warning to young women about the dangers of the D-use. Um, um, Hernandez's message is a powerful reminder and the importance of recovery and the potential for a brighter future when one chooses to leave certain things behind in the past. So, congratulations. If this is true, Jocelyn, no one can fault you. I must say, I know she's in a. I can't remember exactly her boyfriend. They say her husband, so I'll stick to that. Geez, like his name just skips my name. But anyway, Bella is his daughter, and the daughter is by Stevie J. Ballistic is his name. Her husband's name is Ballistic, and they've been together quite a while. And there's somebody for everybody. No matter how wild and crazy you would be, there would be somebody there that God made just for you to tame you and bring you down to where you need to be. You just got to hold out and I don't know, but I'm not an expert in relationships, but I believe that as soon as you stop looking is when it'll find you, and that's love. Okay, so like I said, I congratulations to Jocelyn Hernandez for being clean for 3 years, and I'm sure you're going to help somebody. Trust me, because I remember you and I remember the stories I used to hear about you. And if you can turn it around, others can definitely turn it around. Okay, this is my last story coming up, guys, and I'm going to bring this up so we'll know who we're talking about. We're talking about Jules Santana, member of the Diplomats, if you remember Jules Santana. This comes out of Jersey. And let me blow this up. Well, you have the picture. Now let me go to the story. Jules Santana involved in a car accident and he shares photos of his facial injuries. Well, Jules Santana, the rapper known for his work with the Diplomats, recently shared a graphic photo of his face on social media after a car accident. The photo shows visible cuts and bruises to his nose and face, and he used emojis to convey his status following the incident. Well, Santana did not provide further details about the accident, but allegedly he's doing fine because he was seen a few nights ago at a New York strip club. So, I mean, nothing's going to keep a good player down, right? And when I'm looking at the injuries, I've seen these type of injuries before, and most of the time, these scrapes and burns that you see, it looks like somebody scraped your nose or your face against the pavement, but really, that usually, allegedly, that damage comes from the airbags. It hits you with such force and the powder and the burns and stuff like that. So, again, we want to send our well wishes to Jules Santana of the Diplomats. And hopefully everything will work out fine. Listen, I want you guys to be intentional. I want you guys to check on your strong friends, your strong family members. Let me get rid of this Jules picture. Listen, I think I said in another video, I totally believe that, it's a new year. And with the new year, you get to start over. You get a new beginning. So whatever it was that you didn't get to do last year, if this year is better for it, then make it happen. I'm looking for some things to change in my life and in my household with my spouse and things. And I want it to be a better year than it was last year. Yet last year, the last 2 years have really been tough years with me and my diabetes, and I've had surgery and my cancer scares, and it's been a rough couple of years actually. And I'm just looking forward to 2026 to be a better one. I love you guys. Again, be intentional about who you have in your space. Be intentional about who you spend your precious time. Time is so precious. When I tell you to check on your strong friends and your strong family members, the ones that look like they don't need any help, that they always got it together, those are the ones. If you think of them, pick up the phone and call them. Let me tell you one quick thing before I let you go. Most of my friends will be able to tell you that I've I will call my friends on the phone, and I'm a trickster and I'm a jokester, and those things are nice. But sometimes I want to put a smile on your face. You never know what type of day you're going. And some of my friends will be able to tell you. I call them on the phone and say the craziest things, and they bust out laughing. And I tell them, all right, I can let you go now. I did what I needed to do just to make you laugh. And they say, and sometimes, believe it or not, I hear them say, that's exactly what I needed. So listen, I love you guys. Again, be intentional, and I will see you guys as soon as possible. Love you. Have a great day.